tried that pump fake on a few occasions tonight. The first time was a travel as Sutton drives baseline, spins back into traffic. Gomez for three, bottoms it. Beto Gomez from downtown, his second three-pointer of the night. 8 points in the game for him. He's 2 of 3 from three-point territory overall. Three-pointer attempted by Nemanja Gordic, and it's a flurry of threes to begin quarter number 4 here. Nemanja Gordic connecting at a 50% clip from three-point territory. 2 of 4 from downtown for 14 points in the game. There's confirmation. So Foray in amongst the tall trees, dribbling furiously. Gutierrez, step back J, bottoms it. Gutierrez moved to 9 points in the game, 50% or just under 50% from two-point territory. So Kyle Landry with a much smaller Gutierrez on him. He's picked up his dribble already. Three-pointer launch from way behind the arc and connected. Nikola Ivanovic from long range, his second three-pointer of the game. 13 points on the night, 14 points on the night for him. 2 of 4 from downtown. And it is a one-possession game here. It's going up strong, but too strong off the glass is Dustin Hogue, last touched by Buducnost. So they will have possession from the end line. So timeout on the floor. We have a one-possession encounter here at the Pala Trento. Three-pointers have been the hallmark of this period so far. And after trailing by 7 to begin the fourth quarter, Buducnost Volley Podgorica have brought themselves back to within 3. It is a one-possession game. Nikola Ivanovic with the deep 3. Off the assist from Kyle Landry, the pass out of the low post, an effective one. Well, the 9 points that have been posted by Buducnost Volley Podgorica in this half have all come from beyond the three-point line. Foray working on Ivanovic, goes to the right-handed hook, nothing there. Gutierrez scooped up the loose ball, shot clock violation. Now, does that basket count? I don't think that it does. So shot clock violation, terrific defensive sequence by Buducnost Volley Podgorica. Looking to tie or get back to within 1 on this possession. It was a desperation running hook that Gutierrez recovered, and his jump shot didn't beat the shot clock buzzer. So Kyle Landry to Ivanovic. Three-pointer fake once again by Danilo Nikolic. Now Nemanja Gordic working the jab step, pulls up for 3. Oh, right in the face of Jorge Gutierrez. 4 three-pointers to begin quarter number 4 from Buducnost Volley Podgorica, and we have a tied game at 69 points apiece. Hogue drives aggressively, spins baseline, comes back to the right hand, too strong off the glass. Danilo Nikolic couldn't squeeze it. Who touched it last? after getting a shot clock violation previously. The shot clock is ticking down. Now, who is that foul against? Dustin Hogue, his usual fully committed self. Don't think there was any malice intended as he snared that rebound. It so happened that Nikola Ivanovic was in the vicinity, and the strong, sharp elbows of Dustin Hogue happened to catch him. So a new 14-second shot clock as Trento inbound from the sideline. Gutierrez. Foday for three, and he's fouled. Now, why would you foul a three-point shooter when surely a hand in the face would have been deterrent enough? Can't fault his commitment, Danilo Nikolic. But have to think about the context of the game as well. Toto Foday, an 89% free throw shooter this season, 84% for his career. He moves to 16 points in the game, and he's still got 2 foul shots to come. So Toto Foday completes all 3 foul shots after being fouled by Danilo Nikolic. His team with a 3-point lead. For 3 once again, Danilo Nikolic responds immediately, and this is extraordinary shooting. All of the points in this period have come from downtown, from Buducnost Volley Podgorica. 5 3-pointers. As Gutierrez, that off-key dribble, getting the shooter's roll once again. He puts his team up by 2. Gutierrez moves to double digits in the game. Gibson, he pulls up for 3. Side iron on the shot, big rebound from Danilo Nikolic. So Ivanovic using the screen from Landry. A whistle on the play. Here's Kyle Landry with the screen. But Dominique Sutton, too physical with his defensive efforts. He's called for the foul. So approaching the midpoint of this final quarter, a quarter where all of the points produced by the visiting team have come from downtown. Back iron on the shot from Danilo Nikolic. Rebound Jorge Gutierrez. Gutierrez working the dribble. Takes the contact and gets that floater in the lane to go once again. Jorge Gutierrez with 13 points in the game now. 5 of 9 shooting from 2-point territory. Ivanovic almost lost his handle, managed to get himself out of trouble. Skip pass, Kyle Gibson working the jab step. Now dribbling and getting to the basket, but not before being fouled. I think that will be assessed against Shavon Shields. And he'll be called for his first. To the free throw line then, Kyle Gibson. 8 points in the game for him, rattles home the first on what is his first trip to the foul line tonight. Kyle Gibson, number 8 in the EuroCup in terms of free throw percentage at 88% for the season. He duly makes both. Moves to double figures in the game. He makes it a 1-possession game once again. So Gomez finds Gutierrez. Gutierrez to Sutton, pivoting down low. Lots of contact. I think it's Kyle Landry who's going to be called for the foul. That will send Sutton to the free throw line. Sutton 3 of 5 from two-point territory tonight. Just 50% from the free throw line, so not necessarily a bad foul. He has holding 9 rebounds though to go with his 9 points, so he's on the cusp of a double-double. Dominique Sutton. And 7 of 10 from the free throw line last week. And his struggles continuing here tonight. Only 73% as a team from the free throw line, Trento. Tonight they're shooting much more modest, 63%, as he misses both foul shots, gets his own offensive rebound and gets the stick back to 4. So that is the double-double for Dominique Sutton, because he got his own offensive rebound and then moved to 11 points in the game. Terrific hustle from Sutton. He puts his team up by 4 with 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. The three-pointer drain from Danilo Nikolic from downtown. Third three-pointer in 6 attempts as he moves to 11 points in the game. And the three-point flurry continues on both sides of the court. Landry. Manja Gordic. Now, hustling over to help up Jorge Gutierrez. And Shavon Shields. Kyle Gibson can't find a range on the three-pointer. His team are trailing by 4. Approaching 3 minutes to go here at the Trento. So Hogue gives it to Shields. Hogue setting up in the high post. He comes to set a screen once again, loitering around the high post. Shields. Oh, what a roadblock of a screen from Dustin Hogue. And let's hope that Kyle Gibson isn't too badly shaken up, because look, he's going in blindsided. Hogue standing as solid as a telegraph pole there. Arms came up to help Kyle Gibson down to the hardwood. He's bounced back up immediately. That's good to see, but my goodness. So offensive foul is the call against Dustin Hogue. That's his 3rd foul of the night. So just under 3 minutes to play. And what a... Oh, they got themselves out of it, but now he's trapped in the corner. Kyle Gibson still with his dribble, though. He's calling for the isolation against Shavon Shields. Will he look to take him to the hole? Working him with the crossover. Pulls up for 3. Shields gets a hand up. Shot is back iron. And the rebound secured by Beto Gomez. So perhaps not the best offense down the floor for Buducnost Voli Podgorica, as we are in crunch time. Trento leading by 4. Sutton working the crossover. Spins his way into the lane, but he's out of control and loses the handle. Kyle Gibson. And it's an advantage in numbers for Buducnost, but what a lazy pass. Sutton takes it away, and it's a comedy of errors between both teams. Gordic calling for some control in the half-court set. He now gives it to Ivanovic. He's loosely guarded by Gomez. Rolling down the lane is Zoran Nikolic. Mid-range J is drained. And it's a 2-point game, a 1-possession game, with less than 2 minutes to play here at the Trento. Gutierrez weaving his way through traffic. Power dribble. Up strong goes Dustin Hogue. long on the shot, but he will go to the free throw line. And again, this is where foul shots are absolutely crucial. 57% as a team on Trento. Remember, they made 25 as a team last week. Haven't found the range from 15 feet away tonight. So timeout on the floor. Less than 2 minutes to play here, and we have a one-possession game. Dolomiti Energia Trento 81, Buducnost Voli Podgorica 79. So Buducnost Voli Podgorica in the penalty. To the free throw line goes Dustin Hogue, long on that shot. So he's hovering just below 50% at the moment. He was 4 of 8 from the foul line prior to that shot. 14 points in the game, along with 10 rebounds, one of 2 Trento players to post a double-double, along with Dominique Sutton, who has 11 points and 11 boards. But he remains at 50% from the free throw line, does Dustin Hogue. 15 points in the game now to lead his team, second in his team in scoring behind Toto Forai, who just picked up his 4th foul. So both teams in the penalty. And in stark contrast to Trento, Buducnost Voli Podgorica have missed just once tonight. Ironically, the only man to miss is the man who was on the free throw line. Although he has hit 4 of his 5 foul shot attempts. Rattles home the second, so remains with just 1 miss from the free throw line. He brings his team back to within 1. 6 of 7 from the free throw line is Nikola Ivanovic. It's a 1-point game. 1:20 to play. As Gutierrez pulls up at the elbow, short on the shot. Big rebound hauled in by Danilo Nikolic. So looking to take the lead on this trip down the floor are Buducnost Voli Podgorica. Remember, they can secure their place in the quarterfinals with a win, combined with a win from Lokomotiv Kaban Krasnodar. Foul over in the corner, committed by Dustin Hogue. Well, you can't fault his effort or his energy. But really, Nemanja Gordic, having picked up his dribble, was trapped in that corner. Hogue now 1 foul away from disqualification. And to the free throw line will go Nemanja Gordic. That's not the man you want to foul, given that he's so solid from the free throw line. 70%, but he doesn't get the roll on the first. Nemanja Gordic, 70% during top 16 play, coming into this game where he was 7 of 10. 74% for his career, looking to tie the game here. And he does so. So it's a tied basketball game, less than a minute to play. Toto Farai has used his dribble. Baseline is wide open for Dominic Sutton. He comes back out. Shields finds Gutierrez. Gutierrez working the dribble. Inside, offloads. Terrific offload, but rejected on the interior. And I think it was Zoran Nikolic who got a piece of it. What a defensive play. Deep into the fourth and final period here. So it's an 8-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. On the drive, going up high. Now with that ball dancing around the rim, it's still loose. Players fighting for it. Coming up with it is a white jersey, and it's an unsportsmanlike foul. Terrific job from Zoran Nikolic, who went to ground to try to secure possession for his team. But just look at the shot that he takes when he's doing so. He gets down on the hardwood and flying in. And again, we've talked about how we admire his energy, but I'm not sure it was applied as thoughtfully as Trento would like there by Dustin Hogue, because he flew into that one as though it was the gridiron field, coming from far away, and he's a mother load as well, very explosive, and he hit Zoran Nikolic hard. So it's an unsportsmanlike foul. It means that Dustin Hogue has fouled out. Second leading scorer on his team tonight, 15 points and 10 rebounds. But having committed that technical foul, that unsportsmanlike foul, it will be 2 shots and possession for tonight's visitors. Kyle Landry. Oh my goodness, now what a time to miss for Kyle Landry. Number 10 this season in the EuroCup, at 87.5% from the line, and he's missed both. Would you believe it? Kyle Landry, who hasn't scored any points tonight, selected by his team to shoot the unsportsmanlike foul free throws because Zoran Nikolic picked up a shot which caused him to go to the bench, and he has missed both, with the game in the balance at 82 points apiece. Timeout on the floor, we are all square, and the ensuing possession will be in favor of tonight's visitors when the action resumes here at the Pala Trento. Well, we were enthusing about how solid Buducnost Voli Podgorica have been from the free throw line. Nemanja Gordic went 1 of 2 after he was fouled over in the corner by the half court by Dustin Hogue. And then Kyle Landry, one of the best free throw shooters in the EuroCup, at 87.5% for the season, 85% for his career, clanged both free throws. So here comes the follow-up possession for Buducnost Voli Podgorica. 19 seconds remain in this game. Overtime, a distinct possibility. Dustin Hogue has fouled out. So what are the tactics? There's an aggressive trap at the corner. Kyle Gibson with nowhere to go, and he's trapped again after picking up his dribble. He gets out of there, slicing to the hole, too strong off the glass. Ball is loose, and Gutierrez pushing hard, but he's out of control. Ball dancing around in the air, and we are going to an extra period. Well, I don't think either team is going to be happy with the way they executed what proved to be their final offenses. Kyle Gibson made the catch near the half court, was double teamed immediately, used his dribble to get out of the first double team, was trapped in the corner after picking it up in Coffin corner, where the sideline and the half court line act as extra defenders. He then tried to pass out of there. He did so successfully. Nemanja Gordic took it to the rim but couldn't find the range, and then Jorge Gutierrez just a little bit out of control as he attempted what proved to be the final offense. Tied at 82, we're going to an overtime period. So the numbers through 4 quarters of play. Uniti Energia Trento dominant on the boards. Both teams shooting well from 3-point territory. Trento at 50%, 9 of 18 from downtown. 4 more 3-point shots attempted by Buducnost Podgorica. So it's the home team who have possession to begin this extra period here after the teams couldn't be separated after 4 10-minute quarters of basketball. All square at 82 points apiece, both teams with the opportunity to get a look at the basket on what would have proved to be the final play of regulation, but they couldn't get a shot away. Shavon Shields, rim shot, finally secured by Danilo Nikolic. So Gibson, Carl Landry, who missed both of the free throws on the unsportsmanlike foul. Contact drawn, count the basket. Oh, it's an offensive foul, my goodness. So Nikola Ivanovic called for an offensive foul. So we remain tied at 82, both teams still in pursuit of their first bucket of this extra time period. Remember, no ties in the game of basketball, of course. We'll keep going until we found a winner. Foray for 3, bottoms it. Foray moves to 4 3-pointers in the game, 4 of 5 for 21 points in the game. Toto Foray with a new career high, surpassing the 20-point total that he posted against Zenit St. Petersburg last year. So Nikola Ivanovic continuing to do a terrific job from the free throw line. 8 of 9 from the stripe tonight. He brings his team back to within 1. Gutierrez gives it to Gomez. Foray. In the midst of a career high scoring night. Shields working on Ivanovic. Pull up J, catches nothing. Has to beat the shot clock. But a terrific defensive sequence from Buducnost Podgorica, frustrating Trento on that trip down the floor. Carl Gibson back to the middle, offloads to Carl Landry. Is that an offensive foul? It's a blocking foul. And Jorge Gutierrez can't believe it. Carl Landry off the roll, he cuts hard to the bucket. Gutierrez just a little bit late on the rotation. So both teams remain in the penalty, of course. Now Carl Gibson had 2 foul shots that could have put his team up by 2. And the game was tied at 82 points apiece. Jorge Gutierrez picked up his 5th and disqualifying foul. So he joins Dustin Hogue on the bench. Kyle Landry's tough times from the free throw line continue. And that's something you don't say often. Finally, he gets one to fall. He ties the game at 85. Kyle Landry with his first point of the game. And he's 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Beautiful offload, going up strong. Dominique Sutton finishing with the fantastic finger roll. His team lead by 2. Dominique Sutton with 15 points in the game. I thought it was 15, it's 13 points for Sutton. Kyle Landry coming to the fore now to tie things up at 87 points apiece. His first field goal of the night, 3 points on the night for him. Sutton to Flacadori. Now Shields working the dribble. Flacadori has it near side. Drives, body in the way. Oh, and there's a technical foul assessed against Nikola Ivanovic. Shuffling his feet, but then tossed himself to the court. So that will be 1 shot and possession. Nikola Ivanovic called for the foul. To the free throw line will go Toto Forai. Forai perfect from the free throw line tonight. 3 of 3 in his career high total of 21 points. Wobbles home the first. Give his team a 1-point advantage. 84% free throw shooter for his career. Toto Forai. Now here comes the following possession. So Shavon Shields gives it to Sutton. Landry loosely guarding him. Flacadori drives baseline, uses the free hand. And the foul is called against Nikola Ivanovic. Now if that's confirmed, that's 5. And he'll take no further part in the game. So Nikola Ivanovic has fouled out, but what a game he has had. 20 points in the game tonight. 8 of 9 from the free throw line. 3 assists and a steal. And he will take no further part. Meanwhile, Diego Flacadori with his first points of the night, connecting on his first free throw. 80% foul shooter for his career, makes both, and gives his team a 3-point lead. So Landry gives it to Gibson. Gibson picked up by Gomez, working the dribble, pulls up for 3, difficult shot, back iron on that shot. Gomez with the board. So Kyle Gibson currently 2 of 8 from downtown in his 10-point total. His team trailing by 3. Forai jumping to pass. That makes its way back out fortuitously to Flacadori. Back into Forai, who gets it to go after picking up the broken play in the paint. Toto Forai continues to build on his career-high scoring total. He now has 24 points in the game. And his team have come out gangbusters in this overtime period to double up Buducnost Voli Podgorica and lead by 5. So just over a minute and a half to play in the first overtime period. Teams were deadlocked at 82 points apiece after 4 quarters of play. And Nemanja Gordic working the dribble, jumping to pass, makes its way to Kyle Gibson. Gibson immediately back down the lane, lots of contact, gets to the glass and gets the bucket to fall. That snaps a 5-0 scoring run that had been posted by Trento, and it brings his team back to within 3. It's a one-possession game once again. Kyle Gibson, I think, as he moves to 12 points in the game. Strong finish on the inside from Dominic Sutton. 15 points on the night for him, along with 10 rebounds as well. So Gordic. Now is that on Toto Forai? If it is, it's going to be his 5th and disqualifying foul. What an ignominious end to what has been a career night for Toto Forai. Tussling with Danilo Nikolic as he tried to establish position down in the low post. He still can't believe the call has gone against him. But Toto Forai has been the backbone of this Uniti Energia Trento fight back and their offensive output. A career high 24 points on 4 of 5 shooting from 3-point territory. Terrific performance by him, along with 4 assists as well. But he'll take no further part. The 3rd Trento player to have fouled out. Meantime, Danilo Nikolic goes perfect on that trip to the free throw line. And his team trailing by just 3. 13 points in the game for Danilo Nikolic. Flacadori for 3, rim shot, rebound secured by Stuad Šević. He's returned to the court with 4 fouls to his name. Gordic for 3, oh, that is big! Nemanja Gordic ties the game at 94 points apiece. And Gordic connecting from downtown for the 5th time tonight. 4 of 6 from downtown, I do beg your pardon, to tie things up in this overtime period. And how big was this? 21 points in the game for Nemanja Gordic. He ties things at 94. And we may well be looking at a 2nd overtime period, because there is absolutely nothing between these teams. I think perhaps they're reviewing whether this indeed is a 3-pointer. You can see how there's practically no daylight between the tiptoe and the 3-point line. So now the timeout has been granted. Tied game at 94 points apiece. All Buducnost Voli Podgorica trailing by 1. It was initially signaled as a 3 until we receive confirmation otherwise. We have to continue to assume that the 3-pointer has been counted for Nemanja Gordic. And his team high 21-point haul. Here's confirmation of the 3 players who have fouled out for the home team. Dustin Hogue was the first to go, picking up an unsportsmanlike foul when he went barreling into Zoran Nikolic. And after picking up his 4th foul when attempting to trap Nemanja Gordic by the half-court line. Fouling out for Buducnost Voli Podgorica, Nikola Ivanovic, who was pacing them with who paced them with 20 points. He's just been surpassed by Nemanja Gordic as the team's high scorer. Gordic moving to 21 on his 4th successful 3-pointer from 6 attempts. So we are all square at 94 points apiece. Flacadori with a 3-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Second overtime period, a distinct possibility. Shields working the dribble. Has the edge in speed, pulls up for a tough shot, air ball. Kyle Landry with the board. Now they're pushing down court hard. Are they pushing quickly enough? Kyle Gibson has lost control again. Ball is loose and they beat the buzzer. Now have they? Because it was Danilo Nikolic who picked up the dribble. And we just have to see what has transpired here. So plenty of consultation between the floor officials and the table officials, because the clock seemed to stop when Kyle Gibson clattered into a Trento defender. So now this review will determine what the clock should be reset to. It was Danilo Nikolic who recovered what proved to be a loose ball. The clock stopped for some inexplicable reason at the point of contact between Kyle Gibson and the defender. So Kyle Landry with the board. He finds Kyle Gibson. Look at the shot, look at the clock above the basket. There's the contact. The clock stops at 3.6. So Kyle Landry celebrating, as are his Buducnost Voli Podgorica teammates. But that is what is being queried here. Because one suspects, well, I wouldn't want to second guess the officials, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Buducnost Voli Podgorica get possession from the sideline. But the question is, how much time should be reset on the clock? The game tied at 94 points apiece. In the extra period, opportunity to end it in this first overtime period for whoever has the ball at the end of this consultation. Both teams in the penalty, remember, so fouling isn't really an option to take seconds off the clock. But how many seconds remain on the clock? That is the question. Who will have possession once this discussion is resolved? Well, the fans continuing to make their presence felt here. They support the home team. This is difficult for the players as well because they'll be cooling down, they'll be getting out of their flow. Sure, they're getting time to recover. It's a lengthy intermission, this. And this is why Shavon Shields missed the shot. Kyle Gibson pushing aggressively over half court, splits the gap, lots of contact, but the clock has stopped at 3.6 seconds. Only speculate as to what is being proposed here. Both coaches have been called to half court. The officials explaining what their adjudication is, or what they are currently seeking to determine, because the crew chief is still in consultation with the video operators. So remember, a victory tonight for Buducnost Voli Podgorica combined with a win for Lokomotiv Koban Krasnodar would send them through to the quarterfinals along with the Russian team. A defeat tonight for Trento combined with a loss for Cedevita Zagreb will see both of those teams eliminated from the 7 days EuroCup. So lots at stake here. Most of all, the result, but how that result is going to be played out is what is at the center of this conversation, these expansive conversations between the video operators and the floor officials. Three players have fouled out for Trento, taking no further part in the game after picking up their fifth and disqualifying fouls. Dustin Hogue, Jorge Gutierrez, and Toto Foray. Toto Foray with a career high in scoring, 24 points on what was a terrific night for him. But this is why we are having these lengthy discussions between the officials. Again, keep an eye on the clock above the basket. Stops there. Now how many more seconds tick off before that ball finds the bottom of the basket? Both teams continue to play. Now, is this I'm wondering whether a stop clock is going to be used almost in sync, as it were, with the official review, just so they can at least get an approximation as to how many seconds. So let's do it roughly here. There the clock, well, the clock stopped way back. Now it's 3.6 seconds. Tough job for these officials to sort out here tonight, but it is crucial, of course, that they make the correct call. Lots at stake. On this round 4 Group G game in the top 16 phase of the competition. Kyle Landry engaging in conversation with a couple of members of the opposition, Yannick Franke and Dominique Sutton. But again, players have to ensure that they remain loose physically and in the zone mentally, because if and when this game resumes, it's going to be deep into crunch time. So it's not a smartphone that is being used. You can see the official has got a stopwatch in his right hand. So lengthy break here as they try to get to the bottom of what is a crucial call. We're getting on for 10 minutes, and remember, we are in an extra period as well. Now, is this the verdict? No basket. No basket is the ruling. Now, well, that's the call. And Buducnost Voli Podgorica's coach, Alexander Zikic, not a happy man. He's inquiring as to how they have arrived at that decision, because now we are heading for a second overtime period if that call stands. Communication, a key part of the job of basketball officials, and those communication skills are going to be required now, because there's confirmation, if that call stands, that we are going to a second overtime period. 12 points apiece in the 5 minutes of play. Alexander Zikic seeking clarification as to why that bucket does not stand. Here's confirmation of the numbers through 4 10-minute quarters and the first extra period. Still unable to separate these teams. Trento are 3 players down, having had men foul out. Toto Foray, Jorge Gutierrez and Dustin Hogue. Nikola Ivanovic has fouled out for Buducnost Voli Podgorica. So the players after that lengthy intermission, make their way back out onto court for the second overtime period, deadlocked at 94 points apiece. After 4 quarters of play in the first overtime, sees Shavon Shields windmilling his arms furiously, trying to get his circulation moving. Another 5 minutes of game time is what we have here at the Pala Trento. So we're underway in the second extra period here of this top 16 Group G game, round 4. The home team Trento and Buducnost Voli Podgorica tied at 94 points apiece. Backdoor cut found beautifully from Kyle Landry. Shavon Shields knocked to the hardwood. But we were tied at 82 points apiece after regulation. And both teams scored 12 points each in the first extra period. And that is how we arrive at this juncture of overtime number 2 here in northern Italy. Shavon Shields missing from the free throw line. But makes the second to score the first points of the extra period. His team lead by 1. So Gomez to Dominique Sutton. Flacadori sees a lane, jumps to pass. Gomez for 3 and drains it. Beto Gomez shooting the lights out from long range. He puts his team up by 2. Beto Gomez 3 of 5 from downtown in his 11-point haul. Tough shot attempted by Nemanja Gordic. So Flacadori guarded by Nikolic. Sutton, short corner J, off left. Rebound Nemanja Gordic. Kyle Gibson running hard. Beautiful feed, one-handed stuff from Kyle Landry. Kyle Landry moves to 5 points in the game, and we are all square at 97. So Flacadori. Last touch by Gibson, couldn't reel it in. They were trying to find Shane Sutton down towards the baseline. Let's find Dominique Sutton down towards the baseline. Flacadori, guarded by Gordic, short on the three-point attempt. Kyle Landry ultimately secures the defensive rebound. So Gibson, putting his team in his half-court set. Upstairs for Landry, nice catch, up strong, and gets the layup to fall. Kyle Landry coming to the fore in his second extra period. His team lead by 2. So Shields. Franca. Guarded by Gibson. He sees a lane, drives it, goes off the one leg and goes to the glass. Yannick Franca with his first points of the game. And he ties things up at 99 points apiece. So the teams trading baskets at the moment. Who can come up with an inspired player a stop? Kyle Gibson going to the left hand. That's a tough shot. Kyle Gibson, 3 of 6 from two-point territory, 2 of 9 from downtown. Hanging in the air, not getting the shooter's roll, pounding the hardwood in frustration is Shavon Shields. Kyle Gibson has it in his hands once again. He's used his dribble. Now Nemanja Gordic just wanting to set a half-court offense. Three-pointer, Suat drained from the corner. Suat moves to 10 points in the game, 2 of 4 from downtown. And he gives his team a 3-point lead. So Franca working the dribble. Inside to Dominique Sutton. Back to Franca. Nice little two-man game. He misses the bunny, gets his own offensive rebound. And Yannick Franca has scored 4 points in this second overtime period. He brings his team back to within 1. So Gibson. Pace has slowed considerably. Execution absolutely vital now. Nemanja Gordic, kick to the corner. Suat for 3. Short on the shot, hustles after his own board. Dominique Sutton comes up with it. He's charging towards the bucket. Gets to the glass, traveling violation. It's a turnover committed by Dominique Sutton in transition. 5th turnover attributed to him tonight. And again, we mentioned how crucial execution is going to be. Players will be fatigued physically, but it's crucial that their concentration remains absolute. Less than a minute to go. Buducnost Voli Podgorica leading by 1. Nemanja Gordic, defended by Flacadori. Sees a lane, slices to the hole, no help defense. Dominique Sutton remained rooted to the spot. Remember, he's got 4 fouls, so he had to select not to be aggressive, because had he come across and was late on the rotation, he could have well compounded matters by picking up his 5th and disqualifying foul. Nemanja Gordic recognized that, sliced to the hole, and he moves to 25 points in the game. Terrific drive and finish from Nemanja Gordic. And his team leading now by a margin of 3. It's still a 1-possession game. And we have a timeout on the floor. The Trento supporters trying to inspire their team. Back on home court after their previous 2 games were on the road, looking for their 2nd victory in the top 16 stage after going 4-1 at home during the regular season. Their sole win in top 16 came here on home court in round 1 against Cedevita Zagreb. Can they capitalize on what is deemed to be a home court advantage here? So the ball being moved around the perimeter. About a 22-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Flacadori with a really difficult shot and gets the shooter's roll. So he brings his team back to within 1. Now there's a 10-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Buducnost Voli Podgorica have the advantage. Kyle Gibson with the screen. Both teams in the penalty. Execution absolutely vital. Gordic working on Flacadori, brings it back beyond the 3-point line. Is he going to fire? He is from downtown. He beats the shot clock buzzer. But now, in the final seconds, the home team are looking for the win, and they get it! 1.3 seconds remaining. Shavon Shields beats the buzzer on the hard charge down court and puts his team up by 1. So timeout on the floor. The game still in the balance. Trento battling back in this 2nd extra period and have put themselves in the driving seat. Because now with just 1.3 seconds on the clock, Buducnost Voli Podgorica are going to have to catch and shoot and find the bottom of the net if they hope to make it back-to-back wins over Dolomiti Energia Trento. Well, the the fans in full voice now here at the Pala Trento. It was a really difficult shot attempted by Nemanja Gordic. Ball didn't really leave his hands during that final offense. He's his team's leading scorer with 23 points in the game. Toto Forai, who fouled out some time ago, leaves all scorers with 24. So the situation then, 1.3 seconds remaining on the clock. Buducnost Voli Podgorica trailing by 1. A score of any description from the field will give them what we assume will be the win. So there's the catch, there's the shot, baseline, there's a foul, oh my goodness! The foul has been committed on Danilo Nikolic, and he will now go to the free throw line for 2 shots with 0.1 seconds remaining. Now that's a really difficult shot attempt. Beto Gomez tried to apply the brakes, but he couldn't do so in time. Danilo Nikolic is 2 of 2 from the free throw line tonight. If he makes both, one assumes that this game is over. Crucial that he makes the first, and he does so. 14 points in the game for Danilo Nikolic. We are tied at 105 points apiece. Surely the biggest free throws in the career of Danilo Nikolic, but this is what he will have practiced in the gym, in the playground. Game on the line, no time left. He's sent to the line to ice this game. As cool as you like, Danilo Nikolic has just won the game from the free throw line for Buducnost Voli Podgorica. A double overtime thriller has been iced from the foul line by Danilo Nikolic, who was fouled with practically no time on the clock on his baseline jumper after catching the inbound pass, and then went to the free throw line, cooler than the other side of the pillow. He connected on both foul shots to remain perfect from the free throw line at 4 for 4 tonight, and he has given his team a 1-point win in double overtime